Okay, get this. John Cena. You know? Mr. Hustle, loyalty, respect. WWE's ultimate good guy for what, over 2 decades?
Yeah, the face of the company for so long.
Well, he's gone full villain. Like completely flipped. Traded in the cheers for booze in 2025. Well, it sounds like something out of a fanfic, but nope, it's happening.
It's pretty staggering, isn't it? I mean, the shift here is huge. It's not just about, shaking up the current storylines. It feels like it's challenging the whole idea of that hero-fan relationship he built.
Exactly. So for this deep dive, we've been digging through all the reports, the analyses, trying to make sense of this just mind-blowing turn.
Right.
Our mission basically is to figure out why. Why now? What does it mean right now? And maybe more importantly, what does this whole thing tell us about like the connection between these huge wrestling stars and the people watching, the fans?
And if you look at wrestling history, it feels like we might be watching, sort of, the dismantling of that classic hero type happening right in front of us.
It really does. I mean, think about it. Over 20 years, John Cena was WWE's Superman. He was the guy, the never give up towels, the Make-A-Wish record, just everything. He was the absolute gold standard for a hero.
He really was. He wasn't just playing a character. He kind of embodied an ideal for a lot of people, that unwavering commitment to being the top good guy, the babyface. It defined his entire career, didn't it? It became his legacy.
Totally. And then, bam, February 2025, he wins a shot at the championship.
Mm-hmm.
And then the unbelievable happens. He sides with The Rock, who's painted as this like corporate manipulator, right? And Travis Scott, who's got his own controversies.
Right, definitely a controversial figure.
Who are they going after? The current champ, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah.
The guy everyone loves. Like, I don't know, Captain America joining HYDRA or something. That level of shock.
It just throws up this massive question, doesn't it? What on earth could make someone like Cena do that after being the good guy for so long? It wasn't like a slow burn either. It felt like a switch just flipped instantly.
And it gets even wilder.
Mm-hmm.
So 2 weeks after this turn, Cena shows up in Brussels.
Oh, okay.
And he cuts his first, like, proper heel promo since the Doctor of Thugonomics days, way back.
Wow. Yeah, that's digging deep.
But here's the thing. This wasn't your standard, boo me, I'm bad kind of thing. No boasting, no cheap heat, really.
No, the reports we're seeing suggest it was way more
All right.
personal, like a direct attack on the fans themselves. And not like he was acting mad, but like this was his real, honest opinion.
Yeah. That's the core of it. He basically stood there and told the fans, all those years you cheered me, bought my stuff, cared. It didn't mean anything. And there was this one line, oh man, it just cut right through.
The T-shirt line.
Yes. Buying a T-shirt doesn't mean you embody the words on it.
Oh, yeah. Think about how provocative that is inside wrestling culture. Merch is everything, right? It's how you show who you support. It's tangible.
Exactly.
For Cena, the merch guy, for years, to just brush it off like that, it must feel like a huge betrayal to so many fans.
Totally. Outside of wrestling, if someone said that about something you were passionate about, you'd think they were being incredibly dismissive.
Oh, absolutely.
But he didn't even stop there. He's still selling the merch while saying it doesn't matter.
Right.
That's a whole other level of being the bad guy.
It's almost like he's, commenting on the whole business side of fandom, the transaction, and it's coming from the guy who benefited most from it for decades. It's fascinatingly cynical.
So, okay, the big question is still just hanging there. Why? Why do this? I can't, read his mind, obviously. But there's one theory floating around that's really compelling. The idea that he's doing this to protect WWE's future. In a really weird way. Let's try and unpack that.
Right. This theory basically says that Cena carried this massive weight, being the perfect hero, never wavering for so long. And maybe he's making this huge shift now so that future top stars don't get stuck with those same impossible expectations.
Which, when you think about it, kind of makes sense. I mean, how many wrestlers can realistically stay that top babyface forever? It's almost unheard of.
Very rare.
Most careers need those turns, right? Heel, face, heel again, keeps things fresh, keeps people invested.
Exactly. And Cena's sort of relentless heroism might have accidentally painted him into a corner, made it impossible for him to turn for years, and maybe set the bar way too high for whoever comes next.
And we've seen how tough it is trying to build that kind of permanent, universally adored hero in modern wrestling, haven't we? The reports mention the struggles they had with Roman Reigns for a while before he found the tribal chief thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a good example. It really shows how hard that specific role is to maintain today with, social media and fans being much more vocal.
So connecting the dots.
Yeah.
Maybe this whole storyline is a deliberate move to kind of kill the myth of the hero who never changes, never falters, setting a new expectation for fans about how characters evolve.
So the message is almost like, don't hold your breath waiting for the next John Cena. That type of hero, that ideal, it's done.
Yeah. And the theory also stresses this isn't just on Cena. It's like it's a shared thing. It reflects back on the fans, too, the ones who maybe did hold him to that impossible standard for all those years.
Which really makes you think, doesn't it? How much do fan expectations actually steer the ship in wrestling? How much do they shape these stories, these characters?
It's definitely a tough pill to swallow for a lot of longtime fans, no question. But the reports seem to agree. Only someone with Cena's history, his credibility, only he could deliver a message this disruptive and actually make it stick.
Yeah, those 2 decades as the ultimate good guy give this turn its power, its meaning. Without that history, it wouldn't hit nearly as hard.
And then there's the other piece. The history books. We can't forget, the reports point this out too. Cena's chasing that record, the 17th world title.
Right, breaking the tie with Ric Flair.
That's a massive motivator for anyone, especially a veteran. Maybe enough to, let's say, change your tactics, go down a different path to get there.
Yeah, that drive for the record gives a pretty solid story reason for the betrayal, doesn't it? It's not just another title win. It's about cementing his legacy, #1 all time, even if he has to burn his heroic image down to do it.
So it's layered then. It's not just the title, not just trying to change expectations for the future. He's actively fighting the entire WWE Universe's idea of who he is, maybe challenging the whole concept of what a hero in wrestling even is.
Exactly. The fight isn't just with Cody Rhodes or whoever's next. It's with his own legend. It's with the audience. That's the real conflict here.
And the result?
Wow.
WrestleMania 41. Reports confirm he did it. Beat Cody Rhodes. Captured number 17. Record broken.
Wow.
And get this new name he's apparently using, Last Real Champion.
Ouch. Yeah, that's definitely twisting the knife.
Talk about pouring salt in the wound. That victory, that name, it just digs him deeper into this antagonist role. It's the total opposite of the champion fighting for the fans.
It's a complete rejection of that traditional champion image.
Right. And then there's that reported quote, him saying something like, I don't even need to wrestle. Like he's above it now. Like the fans' reactions, cheers, boos, whatever, they just don't matter to him anymore on his quest for history.
It's like pure, absolute dominance he's projecting. Power over opponents, power over the narrative, power over the fans' expectations.
So his next defense is apparently against Randy Orton. Talk about history there.
Oh, yeah, longtime rival.
But whatever happens next, the reports all agree. Cena's impact on WWE is just immense. Unforgettable, part of the fabric.
Yeah.
It does make you wonder, doesn't it? Could Cena himself feel, I don't know, kind of relieved, liberated, getting to show this completely different side after all this time?
That's a really interesting point. I mean, after 20 years locked into that very specific, very demanding, heroic role, yeah, maybe this heel turn is, for him as a performer, a kind of creative release.
So, wrapping up this deep dive.
Yeah.
This John Cena heel turn, it's clearly way more than just a character switch, isn't it?
Oh, much more.
It feels like a fundamental challenge to how we, as fans, see our wrestling heroes. That whole dynamic between the larger-than-life star and the audience, it's being questioned.
It really is unprecedented for someone of his stature with his history to do this. The ripples, the long-term effects on how fans connect with wrestling heroes, we're only just starting to see them. It's going to be fascinating to watch unfold.
Which kind of leaves us with this final thought for you, the listener. Has John Cena, by burning down his own heroic image, the one everyone thought was untouchable, has he, weirdly, paradoxically, created something even more complex, maybe even a legacy that lasts longer? Definitely something to chew on.